Hello friends, hi, this is Alok Ojha. Welcome back to StudyIQ IAS English. Previously, in the previous session, we have seen about the basic structure of Indus Valley civilization. We have also discussed different civilizations like Mesopotamian civilization, Egyptian civilization, certain aspects of Chinese civilization, and in general, we had seen the structure of the city. Like we had seen the concept like what is upper citadel, what is lower citadel, correct? In today's video, we are going to discuss about the important Indus Valley civilization sites. Already, I have discussed 2 to 3 sites like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and Dholavira. But still, for the people who are new to the platform, I'll be repeating certain sites like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and Dholavira again. So today's session, we are going to discuss important sites of Indus Valley civilization. Apart from important sites of civilization, we are also going to discuss about various aspects of the society of Indus Valley civilization, particularly agriculture, the status of agriculture and animal husbandry during the time of Indus Valley civilization, the seals of Indus Valley civilization, the religion of the people of the Indus Valley civilization. Was it secular? Was it monotheistic or polytheistic? We'll explore this in today's video. So stay in the video till the end. Guys, I have already uploaded the PDF on the Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel's name is history_Alok Ojha. I repeat, the Telegram channel's name is history_Alok Ojha. Here you will find all the major PDFs of the videos that I have done previously. Got the points clear, guys? Without wasting any more time, let's begin with today's session. Now, let's begin with the site of Harappa. Now, what kind of question do crop up in the UPSC examination, particularly from the prelims perspective? Where is the site located? It is located on the banks of which river? And what are the key findings from the site? Let's explore. Harappa. Indus Valley civilization is also referred as Harappan civilization. Why? Because Harappa was the first site to be discovered. And it was discovered in 1921 by Dayaram Sahani. It is located on the banks of river Ravi, which is a tributary of river Indus. River Ravi during the Vedic period was referred as river Parushini. We have seen the Vedic civilization, if you remember, correct? So it is located on the banks of river Ravi, which is a tributary of river Indus. Now, what are the key findings from the site of Harappa? The most important finding from the site of Harappa was painted pottery. It is not printed pottery, it is painted pottery. Bronze image of Nataraj. You might have seen the dancing statue of Lord Shiva. That is Nataraj. So the bronze image of Nataraj have been found at the site of Harappa. Indus Valley civilization age is also referred as Bronze Age. Correct? Like previously, in the prehistoric culture we have discussed, the first metal to be used by man was copper. And copper was majorly found during Chalcolithic age. Here we can find the new metal in the form of bronze. It is an alloy. Correct? So, painted pottery, one important finding. Bronze image of Nataraj, another important finding. Dice is another important finding. So, what does dice exemplify? Dice simply exemplifies that probably, I'll repeat probably, throughout this process of Indus Valley civilization, I'll be using the words probably and might be. Why? Because Indus Valley script still stands undeciphered. And we have majorly inferred from the pictures. Okay? So, dice have been found from the site of Harappa, and this simply exemplifies that probably gambling might be the source of entertainment for the people. Another important concept that was found from the site of Harappa was Great Granary. In the previous video, we had seen what the Great Granary is. Now, Great Granary structure is in this manner. Here, this is agricultural field where the crops are produced. This is threshing floor where the cereal or the crop is separated from the chaff. This is granary, godowns or warehouses for storing the food grain. And this is barracks. So what is the utility or the purpose of barracks? The basic utility or the purpose of barracks is the laborers who are working in the agricultural field, the laborers who are working on the threshing floor, where will they stay? They will stay in the barracks. It is approximately 15.23 meter wide, the entire structure I'm speaking about. It is approximately 15.23 meter wide and 45.7 meter long. Correct? Now, what does great granaries suggest? Granaries are godowns for storing the food grains. This simply exemplifies one thing. During Neolithic period, the food grains were stored in earthen vessels. And now people require big godowns, silos or warehouses for storing the food grain. You can imagine the surplus amount of food grain production prevalent at that time. So great granary was found at the site of Harappa. Another important finding, copper scale. Now, what does copper scale signify? This simply signifies one thing, that to an extent people might be aware about linear system of measurement. In simple words, they might be aware about mathematics to an extent, not completely. Another important finding was vanity box. Vanity box is like a makeup box. So what might be the utility of the vanity box? Simple words, like the handles of the brushes used for painting might be kept in the vanity box. One more striking feature of Harappan civilization. In the region of Harappa, a cemetery has been found where around 200 burials are present, and that cemetery was referred as R37 cemetery. I repeat, R37 cemetery. So these are the key findings from the site of Harappa. I'll repeat them again in short. Pay attention carefully. Harappa is an Indus Valley civilization site located on the banks of river Ravi, which is a tributary of river Indus. Painted pottery, great granary, dice, copper scale, R37 cemetery, vanity box, Nataraj bronze image are the key findings from the site of Harappa. Clear? I'll suggest you guys one more thing. Please have a pen and paper along with you, and if possible, have a political map with you. Like in the school days, we used to have a map like 1 rupees or 2 rupees map, correct? Wherein we located the important places. So I would suggest you, please locate the important places on the maps. UPSC can ask question like map based question, like they will portray the map 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark the sites accordingly. So I'll give you a homework. Mark all these sites on the map, okay? And right now, please have a pen and paper along with you so that you can note down the key findings. Got it? Let's move ahead. Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro, it is a second Indus Valley site to be discovered, and it was discovered in 1922 by R.D. Banerjee, Rakhaldas Banerjee. It is a site located on the banks of river Indus. Mohenjo-daro basically means mound of dead. This simply exemplifies one thing, that this city might have been destroyed by flood. Okay? Now, what are the key findings from the site of Mohenjo-daro? Let's explore. The most important finding from the site of Mohenjo-daro, which includes, this is a bronze image of a nude dancing girl. Now this lady, she is standing in a Tribhanga posture, and you can observe that her right hand is on her waist. Her hands are full of bangles. This simply exemplifies she might be a Banjara lady. I've used the word, I'm repeating the point, might be. She might be a Banjara lady. And UPSC has directly asked a question. Who are Banjaras? Banjaras are nomadic traders. So, the bronze image of a nude dancing girl exemplifies that she might be a Banjara lady. Another important finding from the site of Mohenjo-daro was this person. And this is referred as statite image of a bearded man. Statite, a soapstone or a powder-like mineral which is majorly used for making seals or idols. So, the statite image of a bearded man, what does that exemplify? It simply exemplifies basically that he might be a priest. And how do we have inferred that? Now, if you observe this closely, he has a perfectly combed hair. Apart from that, a perfectly stylized beard, a drapery or a shawl-like structure in the left part of the body. Correct? You can observe this left part of the body has this drapery or a shawl-like structure. He might be a priest, probably a priest or a head of a clan. Third important finding, a seal has been found and it is referred as seal of Pashupati Mahadev or seal of Proto-Shiva. And here, along with Pashupati Mahadev, few animals are also depicted on the seals. Correct? Now, let's observe this. Like Pashupati Mahadev, like looking like Lord Shiva, Proto-Shiva, he's sitting in a Padmasan position. He's surrounded by few animals like tiger, elephant, rhinoceros, water buffalo, and 2 deer are seated near the feet of Shiva. I'll repeat. Tiger, elephant, water buffalo, rhinoceros, and 2 deer are seated near the feet of Shiva. And this is referred as seal of Pashupati Mahadev. Another important finding, see this is the seal. Another important finding from the site of Mohenjo-daro was a multi-pillared assembly hall. So we can infer that this might be a place of worship or a meeting place for a nearby village assembly. So now let's get down to this. See, there has been no evidences of any religion, but there have been no evidences of any major religious practices. Okay, still there were practices like animism, we are going to discuss in the further part of the session. Okay, but basically there is no evidence of temple worship or there is no evidence of temple. So we can infer that the multi-pillared assembly hall might be a meeting place for the nearby village assembly. Hope so the points are clear. I'll repeat the points again in short. Listen to me carefully. Important findings from the site of Mohenjo-daro. Bronze image of a nude dancing girl. Her hand is full of bangles and most important point, she is standing in Tribhanga posture. Okay. Another important finding is a statite image of a bearded man. Another important finding is what? Specifically, multi-pillared assembly hall, seal of Proto-Shiva or Pashupati Mahadev, and the most important one, the concept of great bath that we discussed in the previous session. And what's great bath? It might be a ritualistic practice of the Indus Valley people. And what was the structure of the great bath? I had explained in detail. I'll explain again in short. Now, this resembles like a modern day swimming pool. These are the flight of steps and this is the pool or the bath. Now, it is almost like 8 feet deep. At approximately 1.5 feet, one can find an inlet through which the fresh water enters the pool. And approximately around 7.5 feet, one can observe an outlet through which the filthy water is drained out. Here one can observe cubicle columns, small cubicle columns. Might be changing rooms. And this entire structure is called as great bath. There is no use of a single stone in great bath. It is entirely made up of burnt bricks. And this is one of the most striking feature of the Indus Valley site of Mohenjo-daro. Clear guys? Let's move ahead. Dholavira. Another important site. Now guys, I'll tell you one thing. If in UPSC examination, if a particular site comes in the exam, and if that site is located in Gujarat, and if the statement comes in the exam that this site had trading contacts with other civilizations of the world, 90% cases such a statement is a true statement. Why? Because Gujarat is a coastal site. Dholavira had trading contact. Surkotada had the trading contact. Lothal had the trading contacts. Rangpur had the trading contacts. Desalpur had the trading contacts. So majority of the sites located in Gujarat had trading contacts with the other civilizations. So Dholavira. Now let's understand. It is located in Gujarat on Khadir Bait Island. It is believed that Tropic of Cancer passes through the site of Dholavira. Very important fact. We had seen in the previous session that in general, Indus Valley city is divided into 2 parts. Upper city or the upper citadel and the lower citadel. Here, the city is divided into three parts: upper town, middle town, and lower town. Apart from this, one can observe a signboard, which simply signifies one thing. It might be a trading city. And here, Iranian seals have been found, which simply exemplifies one thing, that the site of Dholavira might have trading contacts with the other civilization, particularly the Mesopotamian civilization. Why? Because Mesopotamian civilization at that time covered the regions across Iran, Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, and southeastern Turkey. And Iranian seals have been found at this site. So, probably they might have trading contacts with Mesopotamian civilization. Another key finding: small water cisterns have been observed at the site of Dholavira. So what these water tanks or what these water cisterns suggest? They simply suggest one thing. And what is that? This water might be stored either for the emergency purpose, or these people might have practiced irrigation for agricultural purposes. Got it, guys? I'll repeat the points again in short. Dholavira is called as Kotada Timba in the local language. It is located on Khadirbet Island in Gujarat. Iranian seals depict that they might have trading contact with the other civilizations, particularly the Mesopotamian civilization. Apart from this, the site of Dholavira, Tropic of Cancer passes through this site. Small water cisterns have been observed, which exemplify that specifically the water might be utilized for emergency purpose or irrigation purpose. Clear, guys? Let's move ahead. The site of Kalibangan. Please remember this one fact. And what's that? Specifically or particularly speaking, the site of, there are two Indus Valley civilization sites which depict Proto-Harappan and Harappan cultural phase, both. I repeat, there are two Indus Valley civilization sites which depict Proto-Harappan, which simply means pre-Harappan. So Proto-Harappan and what we say Harappan cultural phase. And one among them is Kalibangan and the other one is the site of Banavali, which is located in Haryana. Both of them depict Proto-Harappan as well as Harappan cultural phase. Okay? Now, this site is located in Rajasthan. It is located particularly in the Hanumangarh district of Rajasthan, on the banks of river Saraswati or Ghaggar, which has been dried up. The key findings from this site includes, let's understand them. First thing, bones of camel have been found from this site. Camel, oftenly referred as sheep of the desert, and it is found in the region of Rajasthan. So bones of camel have been found from this site. Most important thing, 7 fire altars have been found from this site. What are altars? Altars are structures like Havan Kund or Agni Kund. So probably we have inferred that these people might have worshipped fire. And the fire god was referred as Murugan. I repeat, Murugan, not Murugan. Murugan is Lord Kartikeya. This is Murugan, fire god. Another striking feature of Kalibangan. At the site of Kalibangan, before sowing the seeds, particularly related to agricultural activities, before sowing the seeds, the fields were ploughed. And same feature was observed in Banavali. Okay? We have seen the structure of the city in our previous sessions. And in the structure of the cities, we have observed one thing, that there was a vertical drainage as well as horizontal drainage. And the drains were covered by stone slabs. Correct? This simply exemplifies one thing, that the people of Indus Valley civilization were aware about hygiene. Correct? We have seen this in the previous video. Here, the drains are covered by wooden slabs. So these are the important things that you need to remember about the site of Kalibangan. As I have told you, I have requested you guys, please have a pen and paper along with you so that you can note down the important points. Okay? Kalibangan, I'll repeat the point again. Kalibangan, black bangles, located in Hanumangarh district of Rajasthan. Apart from this, on the banks of river Ghaggar or Saraswati, which has been dried up, there are two sites which depict Proto-Harappan as well as Harappan cultural phase. One is Kalibangan, the other one is Banavali, located in Haryana. Now, before sowing the seeds, the fields were ploughed at the site of Kalibangan. Bones of camels have been found. 7 altars have been found at this site, which simply exemplify one thing. Probably they might have worshipped fire god, referred as Murukan. Clear, guys? Let's move ahead. Lothal, very important site. The Indus Valley civilization site of Lothal, it is located in Gujarat. First artificial brick dockyard was observed at the site of Lothal. So it was a port site. And if it's a port site, it simply exemplifies one thing. They might have trading contacts with the other civilizations of the world. True? So, Lothal, another important site located in Gujarat. It is located on the banks of river Bhogwa. Okay, it was discovered by S.R. Rao around 1957. First artificial brick dockyard. Apart from this, as we have discussed, in general, the Indus Valley cities were divided into two parts. Upper town and the lower town, also referred as upper citadel and the lower citadel. We have seen the site of Dholavira, it was divided into 3 parts, upper, middle and lower. But the site of Lothal, it was divided into 6 parts and all the parts were made on unripe bricks. It was not made on burnt bricks. So the city of Lothal is specifically divided into 6 parts. Okay. Another important thing. Many historians believe that the people of Lothal might have practiced double burial system. I repeat, the people of Lothal might have practiced double burial system. Probably, the members of the same family might be buried in the same grave. Let me connect it to the prehistoric culture. If you remember the site of Burzahom, correct? The Neolithic site, the Burzahom, which is a site located in Kashmir, where the master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. True? So that was also double burial system. But here, it is believed that, and in Chalcolithic age, we have seen one striking feature. And what was that? Particularly in the Chalcolithic sites of Maharashtra, we have observed one thing. People were buried under the floor of their own house. True? So here, in Lothal, we can observe double burial system. Probably, the members of the same family might have been buried in the same grave. Okay? Then, another striking feature. A jar depicting a fox and a crow has been discovered from Lothal. You might have heard about the Panchatantra stories. Thirsty crow story, a cunning fox story, Panchatantra stories written by Pandit Vishnu Shankar Sharma ji. Correct? So, in the childhood days, you might have enjoyed these stories. So, there is a vase or there is a jar that has been found at the site of Lothal. And on that jar, specifically, a fox has been depicted. And fox is having an eye on a fruit, particularly the grapes. Correct? So, what can we infer from this? A cunning fox story, if you remember. Correct? Apart from that, there's a jar. On that jar, there's another jar depicted, on which a crow is sitting and throwing pebbles into that jar. Thirsty crow story. So, all these findings from the site of from the site of Lothal became an inspiration for the upcoming Panchatantra stories. Fine quality cotton was exported to the other countries from Indus Valley civilization. And the cotton at that time was referred as Sindon, because Greeks pronounced river Indus as Sindh, and so it was referred as Sindon. Correct? And hence, the site, Indus Valley civilization site of Lothal, is also referred as Manchester of IVC. Very important fact that you need to remember. Hope so the points are clear. I'll repeat the points again in short. Please note it down. Lothal, it is an Indus Valley civilization site located in Gujarat on the banks of river Bhogwa, discovered in 1957 by S.R. Rao. Apart from that, the key findings include the first important one, first artificial brick dockyard observed at the site of Lothal. A jar depicting a fox and a crow found at Lothal. Apart from this, cotton textile was exported and the cotton was referred as Sindon. Hence, the IVC site of Lothal is referred as Manchester of IVC. Correct? Apart from this, basically, at the site of Lothal, we have observed one more thing, as we have like double burial system, the most important one, have been observed at the site of Lothal. So these are the key points that needs to be remembered about the site of Lothal. Clear, guys? Any query, any doubt? You can ask any query or doubt in the comment section, guys. Okay. Surkotada, another important site from the region of Gujarat. Now, the site of Surkotada, it is located in Gujarat and it was discovered in 1964 by Jagpati Joshi. For the first time, horse remains have been observed at the site of Surkotada. The point to be noted here is, although the remains of horse have been found at the site of Surkotada located in Gujarat, the IVC site of Surkotada, or in general IVC, is not at all horse-centered. I repeat my statement, IVC is not horse-centered because horse is not a native animal to India, it's an animal of Central Asia. So what does this depict? If it is an animal of Central Asia, the people or the traders of Surkotada might have trading contacts with the other civilizations of the world, particularly the Mesopotamian civilization. Most important, the point that you need to remember about this site is, for the first time, horse remains have been found at the site of Surkotada. And another key point, Indus Valley civilization is not at all horse-centered. Clear? Code DG. Another important site. Code DG, it is a site located on the banks of river Indus. It is a site located on the banks of river Indus and it is located in the present-day region of Pakistan. Now, what are the important findings from the site of Code DG? Standardized system of weights and measures have been found here. For the first time, potter's wheel have been observed at the site of Code DG. Statue of bull and mother goddess have been found from the site of Code DG. And the statue of mother goddess is also referred as Saptamatrika. Okay? I repeat, Saptamatrika. This have been observed at the site of Code DG. Evidence suggests that the city might have been destroyed by fire because you can observe certain amount of smokiness on the walls of Code DG. So we can infer that city might have been destroyed by fire. I'll repeat the points again. The site of Code DG, it is located on the banks of river Indus in Pakistan. Correct? Statue of bull, statue of mother goddess, also referred as Saptamatrika. For the first time, potter's wheel have been found. Okay? Standardized system of weights and measures have been found at the site of Code DG. Correct? Now, please keep on noting down these points because all these sites are important from the exam perspective, particularly from the perspective of prelims examination. Got it? Sutka Gindor. If you remember the previous session, we have discussed about the extent of Indus Valley civilization, wherein we had discussed that the northernmost site of Indus Valley civilization was Manda, located in Jammu and Kashmir. Correct? Now, many of you might have questions in your mind. Sir, the Wikipedia or the Google suggests that Shortugai in Afghanistan is the northernmost site. Correct? So, particularly, I am speaking in terms of India here. The northernmost site. Okay. So, northernmost site is Manda, located in Jammu and Kashmir. Southernmost site is Daimabad, located in Maharashtra. The easternmost site is Alamgirpur, located near Meerut on the banks of river Hindon, which is a tributary of river Yamuna. and the westernmost site is Sutka Gendor. Okay? Now, two things that needs to be remembered about Sutka Gendor. First thing, this is a site which is located on the banks of river Dasht, and it was created by coastal upliftment. I repeat, this site was created by coastal upliftment. Now, let me explain you this concept in very simplistic terms. Our earth is made up of different plates. Some are continental plates, whereas some are oceanic plates. And these plates are continuously in motion with each other. We have seen in prehistoric culture, when the two plates are moving towards each other, due to pressure at the rear ends, it leads to creation of mountain bodies. But when two plates are moving apart from each other, it will lead to creation of a water body or a valley. But in certain cases, there are plates that are sliding against each other. And when two plates are sliding against each other, the denser plate moves down. After a particular point of time, this plate departs. And this leads to creation of water body. This site was created in that manner. So, Sutka Gendor was created by coastal upliftment. It got uplifted and this part got detached. And here, the Sutka Gendor was located. First point. Second, at this site, copper axe and ashful pot was observed. So what does ashful pot suggest? Ashful pot suggests one important thing, that people at Sutka Gendor might have practiced fractional burial system or partial burial system. What is fractional burial? Now, if a person dies, he is cremated, like his body is burnt. And in partial burial or fractional burial, when a person dies, his body is burnt. After burning the body, the ashes are collected in an urn, in an earthen vessel. And that earthen vessel is buried. And this practice is called as fractional burial or partial burial. And since at the site of Sutka Gendor, located in Pakistan-Iran border, it is believed that ashful pot was found. So these people might have practiced fractional burial system. Correct? Copper axe have been found at this site. Apart from this, these people had trading contacts with Babylon, that is modern day Iraq. Got the points? Repeating again, Sutka Gendor, the westernmost site of IVC located on the borders of Pakistan and Iran. Trading contacts with Iraq, that is Babylon. Created by coastal upliftment. Ashful pot have been found, which suggests that people might have practiced fractional burial or partial burial. Clear, guys? Banavali. While back I have discussed about the site of Banavali. Okay? As we had discussed earlier. Correct? That there are two Indus Valley civilization sites which depict Proto-Harappan as well as Harappan cultural phase. One was Kalibangan, located in Rajasthan, and the second one is Banavali, located in Haryana. At the site of Banavali also, the fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. Apart from this, one can observe radial street pattern at the site of Banavali. Very important thing, a radial street pattern have been observed at the site of Banavali. Now, what is radial street pattern? As I have told you in the previous session, the main roads of Indus Valley civilization were quite broader in comparison to the side lanes or the alleys. Okay? The side lanes or the alleys cut the main road at a 90-degree right angle. True? The side lanes or alleys cut the main road at 90 degree. So the city in general was divided into grid pattern or looked like a rectangular block. But at the site of Banavali, one can observe radial street pattern. In simple words, from the central part of the city, you can see the roads going in different direction. Not particularly in the right angle. And this is referred in simple words as radial street pattern. So radial street pattern have been observed at the site of Banavali. Another core finding, very fine quality barley have been found from the site of Banavali. I repeat, fine quality barley. If you remember Vedic civilization, what was barley referred as during Vedic civilization? Please comment in the comment box. We have studied that in quite depth and detail in Vedic civilization. Correct, guys? So, fine quality barley have been found at the site of Banavali, and the site was discovered by R.S. Bisht around 1973. Repeating the points again, if you want to note it down, guys, please note it down. Banavali, it is an Indus Valley civilization site located in Haryana. It is a site where fine quality barley have been found. Along with Kalibangan, this is a site where Proto-Harappan as well as Harappan cultural phase have been observed. Fields were ploughed before sowing the seeds. And the most important one, radial street pattern has been observed at the site of Banavali. Clear? Let's move ahead. Alamgirpur. Right now we have discussed about this. Alamgirpur, it is an Indus Valley civilization site located around the region of Meerut on the banks of river Hindon, which is a tributary of river Yamuna. Correct? Apart from this, the site of Alamgirpur, it is not Godavari, guys, this is wrong. It is a tributary of river Yamuna. So please correct it down. So it is located on the banks of river Hindon, a tributary of river Yamuna. It is the easternmost site of Indus Valley civilization located in western UP. Got it? Important findings from this site. The most important thing that you need to remember, cloth impression on a trowel. Now, what is cloth impression on a trowel? A painting is done on a cloth and that painting is exactly put on the earthen vessel so that the painting gets replicated on that vessel. And this is referred as cloth impression on a trowel in simple words. So this have been found at the site of Alamgirpur for the first time. Certain amount of copper have been found here. So we can, we can here infer that probably it might also be a Chalcolithic site initially. So it depicts pre-Harappan as well as Harappan cultural phase. Got it? Now, I'll repeat the points again. Alamgirpur, I can understand, guys, memorizing and remembering these key findings is a tedious task. And to an extent, you might feel a burden. But you have to memorize it, guys, because key findings sometimes are asked in the UPSC Prelims examination. Sometimes question can crop up in this manner. On one hand, you will find Indus Valley civilization sites. On the other hand, you will find the locations of this site. Match the following. Or which among the following are correctly or incorrectly matched. On one hand, you will find the important sites. On the other hand, you will find the important findings. Match the following. Okay? So we have to remember, it will take a bit of effort, but after continuous revision, you will remember them. I'm pretty sure about this. Okay? So I'll repeat. Alamgirpur, it is located in western UP. It is a easternmost site of Indus Valley civilization. Cloth impression on a trowel is a key finding. Mitathal, it's another important site, Indus Valley civilization site located in Haryana. Now, Mitathal, it's a quite fertile region. Why? Because it is located along the Doab. Now, what is Doab? Suppose a river is flowing in this direction, and if a particular river joins it from the right side, it is called as right bank tributary. And if another river joins it from the left side, it is called as a left bank tributary. And the region between the two rivers, it is called as Doab. And the site of Mitathal, it is located between the two rivers. One river is river Yamuna and the other river is river Chautang. Can you imagine? Yamuna, it deposits all its sediments in the plain area. River Chautang depositing all its sediments in the plain area. So how fertile this region might be. And this region is referred as Doab. And here in this region, the site of Mitathal is located. Terracotta cartwheel is an important finding. I repeat, terracotta cartwheel. It is not wheat, it is wheel. It's an important finding. Now, what is terracotta? Material that is made out of clay. Got it? So, Banavali. It is an Indus Valley civilization site located on the banks of river Indus in present-day Pakistan. One very important fact. It is the only Indus Valley civilization site without a citadel. This site does not have a wall-like fortification referred as citadel. We had seen previously upper citadel and lower citadel in the previous session. Students or aspirants who are new to the platform, it's a request, please do watch the previous video of Indus Valley civilization for better clarification of the concepts. So, citadel basically, in simple words, it is a wall-like fortification which protects the city from getting flooded. And Chanudaro, it is a city located in Pakistan without a citadel. So what does this exemplify? This city probably might have been destroyed by floods. Okay? Apart from this city was discovered by M.G. Mudumdar in 1935. It might be an industrial town. Why? Bead making shop have been found at this site. Apart from this, ink pot has been observed at this site. So probably it might be an industrial town. One striking feature about Chanudaro is it might be destroyed by flood because this is only Indus Valley civilization site without a citadel. Clear, guys? Now, before discussing about Harappan society in general, let me tell you about few more sites. Okay, like I'll give you examples of few sites. Like prior to discovery of Rakhi Gadi, okay, the largest Indus Valley civilization site was Mohenjo-daro. Okay, but after discovery of Rakhi Gadi located in Haryana has now become as the largest Indus Valley civilization site. Please note down this fact. Another important site, the smallest Indus Valley civilization site. The smallest Indus Valley civilization site is Ala Hindo. It is located in Pakistan. Another important site, Daimabad. If you remember the past session, guys, we have discussed about Daimabad. And we have discussed that Daimabad, it is the southernmost point of Indus Valley civilization, correct? The southernmost site of IVC. So, what is the key finding from the region of Daimabad? One thing that needs to be remembered, bronze buffalo statue has been found from the site of Daimabad. I repeat, bronze buffalo statue, please note it down, have been found from the site of Daimabad. Okay, just now we had discussed about the site. I had given you example of one of the sites called as Shortugai. It is a site located in Afghanistan. Another important site located in Afghanistan was Mundigak. I understand that names are a bit difficult to remember, but it is not that difficult, guys. Okay, so Shortugai, it's a site located in Afghanistan, IVC site. Mundigak is another important site located in Afghanistan. Another important site is Balu. And the site of Balu, it is located in Haryana. And for the first time, as per excavators, they believe that for the first time, the cultivation of garlic in Indus Valley civilization was observed at the site of Balu, located in Haryana. Correct? Another important site, Desalpur. Desalpur, it is a site located in Nakrana Tehsil of Gujarat. And this site of Desalpur, it is located on the banks of river Bhadar. Okay, it is again another important site of Gujarat. Rangpur, another important site of Gujarat. Hulas, it is another important site located in Saharanpur district of UP. Keep on noting it down, guys. Sometimes factual information can also help you out a lot, particularly in eliminating the options. So, Mohenjo-daro was initially the largest site, then Rakhi Gadi became the largest site. Ala Hindo, the smallest site. Daimabad, located in Maharashtra for the first time. Bronze buffalo statue have been observed here. Desalpur, it is located in Gujarat, Nakrana Tehsil. It is specifically located on the banks of river Bhadar. Shortugai and Mundigak are the sites located in Afghanistan. Hulas, it is a site located in Western UP, particularly Saharanpur. Balu, Haryana, evidence of garlic. Rangpur, Gujarat. Okay. Another important site, that is Ropad. Ropad or Roopnagar, it is a site located in, yes, Punjab. Striking feature of Ropad. Master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Same like the Neolithic site of Borzahom. If you remember, guys. So, Ropad, it is located in Punjab. Master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Hope so the points are clear, guys. Apart from this, these are the important sites that are important from the exam perspective that we have discussed. Okay, yes, one more important site. And there has been a documentary, I guess there has been a documentary by Manoj Bajpayee on this, Secrets of Sinoli. So Sinoli, it is a site located in Bagpat region of UP. Probably also an Indus Valley Civilization site. Hope so the points are clear, guys. Any query, any question, any doubt, please feel free to ask. Okay. Now let's move with the Harappan society in general. Now we'll speak on certain aspects like agriculture, and we'll speak on aspects apart from agriculture like animal husbandry, religion, and so on. Now ask you a simple question. Was Indus Valley civilization agriculturally well developed? Yes, guys. Yes, it was agriculturally very well developed sites. Very well developed civilization. How do we come to know about this? I'll give you a few examples so that we can co-link the different things. Now, during Neolithic age, apart from the practice of agriculture, people also developed pottery. And the pottery was highly utilitarian in character, like it was used for multiple purposes, like cooking, eating, drinking, and storing the food grains. Correct? Now, you can imagine if initially the food grains were stored in earthen vessels, and now if these people require granaries for storing the food grain, granaries are godowns or warehouses for storing the food grain, you can imagine the surplus amount of food grain production prevalent during the IVC. First thing, and we had discussed, 2 rows of 6 granary have been found at the site of Harappa. Apart from this, people here cultivated different crops, like specifically fine quality, like wheat and barley were 2 minimum crops of Indus Valley civilization. Wheat during the later part, during the Vedic period, was referred as Godhum, not during IVC, okay, was referred as Godhum, and barley was referred as Yava. Okay. Apart from this, they also cultivated date palms along the oasis. Now, oasis, it is the region particularly around the desert areas. So, where would the date palms be cultivated? Around the region of Kalibangan, because Kalibangan, it is a site located in Rajasthan. Clear? Apart from this, people also cultivated rain-fed crops. Now, what is rain-fed crops? These crops require very little water. Jawar, bajra, ragi, millets, and so on. Apart from this, evidence of water harvesting, I had given you example of the site of Dholavira. And we had discussed that at the site of Dholavira, small water cisterns have been observed. Probably, the water might have been stored for emergency purpose, or water might have been used for irrigation purpose, particularly related to agricultural activities. Correct? People practiced mixed farming. People practiced intercropping. Another important crop that was produced at this time was Sindon. Cotton. Correct? Cotton at that time was referred as Sindon, and the cotton textiles was exported. Lothal, if you remember, it was referred as Manchester of IVC. Irrigation practices were prevalent at certain sites like Banavali in Haryana and Kalibangan in Rajasthan. We had discussed that the fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. Correct? So agriculturally and technically, to an extent, these people might be advanced. Correct? Sindon, that is cotton that was produced at this time. Apart from this, if the people, they practice crop rotation as we have discussed, then if these people practiced agriculture, they might have practiced animal husbandry as well. Correct? So they practiced mixed farming as well. That is farming plus animal husbandry. And the animals that were majorly domesticated was a bull, cow, goat, sheep, camel. Correct? These were the animals that were majorly domesticated. One point needs to be remembered, and it is a very important point. There are various animals depicted on Indus Valley seals, except one animal, that is cow. Cow is not depicted on Indus Valley seals. I repeat, cow is not depicted on Indus Valley seals. It doesn't mean that the cow was not being domesticated. Because just we had seen an example of a site called as Daimabad, that is in Maharashtra. Correct? And we have observed that a bronze buffalo statue have been found at the site of Daimabad. This exemplifies that people might have domesticated a buffalo in that region. So there is a probability or possibility that people also might have domesticated cow. But still, there is no mention of cow on Indus Valley seals. Clear, guys? Now, let's speak about the religious part. There was a statement in the UPSC examination that Indus Valley religion was secular and polytheistic. Now, what is the meaning of the word polytheistic? Monotheism means belief in one practice, and polytheism means multiple practices. So let's understand here. Is the statement true or false that Indus Valley religion was secular as well as polytheistic? We have seen the example of seal of Pashupati Mahadev. Correct? Now, he looks like a Lord Shiva, Proto-Shiva, hence referred as Pashupati Mahadev, surrounded by, sitting in Padmasan, surrounded by few animals, tiger, elephant, buffalo, rhinoceros, and 2 deer are seated near the feet. Another important finding from the site of Kot DG that we have seen, and that finding was statue of bull as well as mother goddess, also referred as Sapta Matrika. It is also believed that the people of Indus Valley civilization, they believed in animism. And what is animism? Love and respect for nature. They worshipped trees, animals, snakes, and birds. Or these things are depicted on their seals as well. Particularly, they worshipped, it is believed that we have inferred that they might have worshipped the peepal tree. Seals were sometimes used as amulets. In Hindi, we call it as tabiz. Sometimes used as amulets. Correct? So, there is no single practice that was dominant. So, hence, Indus Valley religion to an extent was secular as well as polytheistic. Got it? External and internal trade. Like we have discussed about this multiple times. I've talked about the site of Dholavira. And what did I say? At the site of Dholavira, Iranian seals have been observed. And if Iranian seals have been observed, this simply depicts one thing. These people might have trading contact with the Mesopotamian civilization. Correct? Because Iran, Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, Turkey at that time was a part of Mesopotamian civilization. So they might be the part of Mesopotamian civilization. So they might have trading contacts with other civilization. Apart from that, they also might have domestic trade. Simple words, there was intra-regional trade. Means trade within the Indus Valley cities. And inter-regional trade means trade with the other civilizations of the world. Correct? Few examples, like there was a gemstone called as jade that came from Babylon, Iraq. Turquoise that came from the region of Persia, Iran. Apart from that, amethyst, it came from the region of Maharashtra itself. Okay? Now, there is a site called as Ala Hindo. We had discussed right now. Site Ala Hindo, a smallest Indus Valley civilization site. Okay. At this site, a bead with a necklace with 36 carnelian bead have been found. Okay, so and it has a gold foil over them, which simply exemplifies that these people might have trading contacts with other civilizations as well, because these things were imported. Okay, from the site of Lothal, cotton textile was exported. Remember, Sindon. So there was a very vibrant inter-regional as well as intra-regional trade. So please remember the important gemstones. Sometimes there is a probability of question being asked in the prelims examination, like jade came from, it came from Babylon, Iraq. Turquoise, it came from Persia, Iran. Clear? Pottery. Pottery was ochre colored pottery, and specific, that is red and yellow color. There was painted pottery as well as plain pottery, but plain pottery was more common in comparison to the painted pottery. And pottery was highly utilitarian in character. In simple words, it was used for multiple purposes. Like something is like glazed pottery. Glazed means shining pottery. There is perforated pottery, pottery with holes. Okay, and what was the utility or the purpose of pottery with holes? It was used for straining the liquor. It was used for making the liquor. Pottery was polychrome. Simple words, multiple colors were also there on the pottery. Okay. Seals. Seals are square, rectangular and irregular shaped seals. On square shaped seals, one can find inscriptions plus carvings, whereas on rectangular seals, only inscriptions are found. Okay, I repeat, on square shaped seals, you can find inscriptions plus carving. Carving means certain designs. Whereas on rectangular seals, one can only find inscriptions. Correct? Apart from this, seals are majorly made up of statite, a soapstone. We have discussed about the statite, a soapstone. Okay. There are various animals that are depicted on Indus Valley seals. Like we had discussed about this: tiger, elephant, bull, buffalo, rhinoceros, deer, goat, sheep. Correct? There's another animal that is depicted on the seal, that is unicorn. Unicorn means ek string, having only one horn. Another animal that is depicted on Indus Valley seal is humpless bull, a bull without a hump on his back. Correct? Another animal that we have discussed right now, unicorn or ek string, that depicted on Indus Valley seal. But there's one animal that is not depicted on Indus Valley seal we have discussed right now, and that was cow. It doesn't mean that cow wasn't domesticated. Okay? Then, seal were also used as amulets by Indus Valley people. Now, amulets basically means tabiz, and it simply means that to an extent, these might have been used for warding off evils. Clear? Metallurgy. Please remember one thing. Indus Valley people were aware about gold, silver, copper, bronze, tin, brass, but they were not at all aware about iron and its technology. Please remember this simple statement. Indus Valley people were not aware about iron and its technology. Correct? Irons, the people of India got acquainted with iron and its technology with the invasion of Aryans. Point is clear? The language and the script. The language of Indus Valley people is pictographic, and the script was referred as Boustrophodon. What is written in the script? It is still undeciphered. Indus Valley script still stands undeciphered. We have inferred from the pictures. I'll give you a small example. At the site of Lothal, a picture was found. And in that picture, it was depicted that there are two men. One man is carrying a goat and another man is having a knife in his hand. And something was written below it. We have inferred that it is written that these people might be going for a particular sacrificial ritual. We have inferred this. Correct? So, the language for us was pictographic. And the script is referred as boustrophodon. It still stands undeciphered. It is written from right to left in the first line, left to right in the second line. Now the first question that arises in the mind of everyone, if the script is undeciphered, how do we come to know that it is written from right to left or left to right? Here, at certain places, the script was found in such a manner that it starts from right, it moves to the left, again it continues in a continuous manner without any space, it moves from left to right, again from right in a continuous manner, it moves to left. So we have inferred that it starts from right, ends in the left, left, right, right, left. And such a script was referred as boustrophodon. Indus Valley script is not found on the bricks. I repeat, Indus Valley script is not found on the bricks, and the size of the bricks, it is believed that was uniform, 4:2:1. Okay, it is found on the seals, it is found on the copper tablets, ivory tusk, but it is not found on the bricks. Please remember this statement. Okay. Now, before telling you about the decline of Indus Valley civilization, were the people of Indus Valley civilization scientifically aware? I'll give you a few hints. I'll give you one of the example. Standardized system of weights and measures have been found at the site of Code DG. Copper scale have been found at the site of Harappa. To an extent, they were aware about mathematics. Apart from this, if we have seen, the first artificial brick dockyard was constructed at the site of Lothal. So to an extent, these people might be aware about the ebb and the flow of tides. There was one practice that was followed by the people of Indus Valley civilization, particularly at the site of Lothal, Kalibangan and Burzahom. And that practice is referred as trephination. By using local herbs at that time, various diseases like migraine and different mental disorders were cured. So we can infer that to an extent these people were scientifically aware. The period of Indus Valley civilization, is also referred as first urbanization phase. Now, what are the different causes for decline of Indus Valley civilization? As per various historians, there are dissenting opinions about the decline of Indus Valley civilization. Some believe that Indus Valley civilization got destroyed because of floods. Some believe that it was destroyed because of earthquake. Some by diseases, episodic diseases, tuberculosis and so on, infectious diseases. Some say that rivers have changed their course. Some believe that rivers have dried up. So there are dissenting opinions of various historians. Some believe that it was destroyed by fire, some by earthquake, some by floods, and so on. So there are different opinions regarding this. But one of the widely accepted theory about the destruction of IVC was Central Asian invasion theory, also referred as Aryan invasion theory or Max Muller theory. Correct? And we have seen about the Max Muller theory in quite depth and detail in the chapter Vedic civilization. So guys, this is the basic crux of Indus Valley civilization. Okay? Like guys, many of you had thought that I have skipped the part of Indus Valley civilization. No guys, I haven't skipped the part of Indus Valley civilization. I have covered here. Okay? And from now onwards, I'll be moving on with another chapters. Like we have covered different chapters. Prehistoric culture, Indus Valley civilization. In the playlist, you can observe all these chapters being covered in quite depth and detail. Vedic civilization, Mahajanpad, Mauryan Empire, Indica and Arthashastra. Apart from Indica and Arthashastra, we have covered Buddhism and its core principles and philosophy, Jainism, its core principle and its philosophy, and now we'll start with Sangam age in the coming sessions. Okay guys? Apart from this, many of you had the query, sir, where to download the PDF from? At the start of the lecture itself, I've talked about this, that you can download the PDF from the Telegram channel history_Alok Ojha. I repeat, you can download it from the Telegram channel history_Alok Ojha. Any query, any doubt, you can connect with me as well. Okay, hope so you understood the Indus Valley civilization part. I will also come on the videos on MCQs, what kind of questions can crop up in the examination very soon. please do follow StudyIQ IS English and go through the entire playlist of ancient India. Okay, guys. So I'll stop my words for the day. Hi, this is Alok Ojha signing off. Thank you and have a wonderful day.